Hello and good evening, everyone. My name is Shivam. Welcome to the ODX plus OFA setup webinar. This is a very special webinar, and I'm conducting this webinar first time. In this webinar, I'm going to share about one of the setup related to Banknifty. Now, as most of the traders are buyer, and as I've said before, that in indexes you can make money if you're trading intraday. The mostly setups that can be traded are basically scalp setups. Okay, and those scalp setups can be very short on very short time frame. Okay, we were discussing about the 30-second webinar. So rather 30-second, I have made this webinar as a this setup is a 1 minute setup. Okay, we will be discussing a lot of points here that what you can check. Now understand this that this setup is can be modified. Okay, so this is not a very sure a very is a 100% setup, but this is how when big traders jumped in can be understood through looking at this data. Okay, and you can add on your own things which can make this strategy much better. Okay, so for references, I will share a lot of data points here, but need to understand that this is not a 100% setup. But yeah, you can add further more things. Okay, ultimately what we are trying to see here that when big traders trade, the data cannot be they cannot hide the data. Okay, it can be understood through the indicators and the order flow. Okay, so without wasting any time, let me talk about directly the setup. Remember that this setup, I'm not going to talk about the indicators. Already you guys know. In case somebody doesn't know, I will explain it at the end. You can type in the chat box that please explain the indicators as well. I will do that at the end, but I will firstly talk about the setup. It will be a very short webinar. Those who have attended the webinars, or those who already know the indicator, you will come to know about the setup in just 10 minutes. Okay. So, all right. So I have here Bank Nifty. Okay. Bank Nifty, you can see that I have applied a 1 minute time frame. Here, similarly, I have here Bank Nifty futures. Okay. As I said before, that what I try to do, I try to look at the data in a sync format. That means I want to check the data in the options, but I want to check the data in the futures. That what is happening in the future. As I said many times, that a lot of time you will see reversals can be better. You can understand it much better way in the futures. Okay, where there are exhaustions or delta divergence. Okay, and if the market is about to rally, can be understood or can be through the options data as well as the futures data. Okay, so let us talk about the setup. Now this is Bank Nifty 1 minute chart, Bank Nifty future 1 minute chart. Okay, so we are going to talk about the 1 minute time frame. Now what we are looking at here is I have applied ODX profile. You can apply scalper as well. Okay, one can apply scalper as well. Here's the scalper. If you are using scalper, apply use 3 split. Okay, do not use 5 split because it's just 1 minute. So you can both. I will show you both as well. Okay, so apply ODX profile or scalper, or if you have bigger screen, you can apply both as well. Okay, then you need to apply total buy sell aggregator. Okay, total buy sell aggregator. This is the another indicator you can apply. Scalper and profile, you can use any. I would suggest that go with the scalper, but you can use ODX profile as well if your screen is small. Then also at the same time, add another chart on the side, which is the Bank Nifty future, and make sure that it's a 1 minute time frame. Okay, so first let me start with the order flow. Because the setting here is very easy. All you have to do is go to the histogram, enable delta. Okay, you will enable the delta of this, and then you go to the settings of it. So this is the setting. Then you can resize the histogram and make sure that your positive delta you color with this anything you can color. Okay, so you decide a color, a bright color. Okay, and make sure that your delta colors are very choose some faded and similar color because these deltas are not important. Okay, unless the delta is more than 1,000 lots, it's not important. So you can see I have chosen a positive and negative. Okay, this grayish color, and above 1,000 I want this color. Okay, above 1,000 positive. Similarly, if you scroll down, you will see negative delta. Here you don't have to type negative, just type 1,000 delta and give a red color. Okay, so whenever the delta is more than 1,000, negative 1,000, red color will be displayed, and positive 1,000. Okay, you can see that these deltas are not very important. Okay, because these are not 1,000. Obviously, small deltas are also important in the exhaustion part, but this is a different strategy. Okay. So your chart will also similarly look like mine. Okay, so you can see these are 1,000 delta, 1,000, and these are less than 1,000. Okay, all right. So firstly, you can set up this thing. For the indicators, there is nothing much you have to do. All you have to do is apply these indicator profile and total buy sell aggregator. Make sure that you choose the strike selection properly. If you run the updater, we have now given the 24, 28 strikes, 20 strikes. Okay, so now you have multiple options as well. So you can choose 16 to 20 strikes. Okay, for both for the total buy sell aggregator and the ODX profile. Now the setup I have already written in a notepad, so we'll discuss this. Okay, so this is the Banknifty Autoflow setup. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this. Okay, so in this setup, what we are going to look at, we are looking at a 1 minute candle time frame. Okay, we are looking 1 minute candle time frame. The first thing that we are going to look at is 50 crore buying, 50 crore buying, and 25 to 30 crore of selling should be visible. Okay, 50 crores of buying and selling should be visible in the ODX profile. Okay, this data total buy sell aggregator. So this you will see in total ODX total buy sell aggregator. Okay, so this indicator you will see 25 to 30 crore value in the selling and buying 50 crore. Now the good thing about this indicator is when you go to the setting of total buy sell aggregator, you already have an option to enable buy preferred and sell preferred. So you can see I have already mentioned here 50 crore. I have already mentioned here 50 crore and I have already mentioned here 25 crore. Okay, so 50 crore for the buy and selling 25. It has the selling can vary 25 to 30 crore, but I'm looking at at least one. Okay, this remember that this setup we are talking non-expiry day. On expiry day, it can be little big numbers as well. Okay, but still this is also fine. Okay, so let us see. You can see that these are the areas, these are the time where the buy was more than 50 crore and the sell was around 25 to 30 crore. So let us look at it. So on this particular candle, the time is 13:15. Okay, so 13:15 on 13:15, what happened is buy sell aggregator shows 50 crore buy and the selling is 25 crore. Okay, the data is represented here as well and here as well. So you can check. Wait, let me just see. I hope you guys can see. See, 68.50 buy and 25.89. Okay, 25. It can be 24 also, but sometimes obviously if you try to standardize, you will not get the exact number. It can be 24 also. Then it's up to you whether you want to take a trade or not. Okay. To end standardize, we have to decide a threshold. Okay. So you can see that there was a buying in the call. So if I click on here, I can see there was a buying in the calls and there was also the selling in the put. Okay, this indicates bullishness. Everybody knows who knows about the indicator. Now, what we want is another thing is there should be 5 crore or more value in at least 3 strikes. So what happens is suppose this is a 50 crore value, but the two strikes, only two strikes have say suppose 25 crore and rest all does not have more than 5 crore, you will not trade such setup. Okay, you want 3 to 4 strike has at least 5 crore or more. So you can see more than 5 crore, more than 5 crore. So here we have 6 total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 strikes. We have 5 strikes more than 5 crore value. So this is another point. Okay, this is another point that you will check. Okay, minimum 3 strikes should have at least 5 crore, not even 4 crore. 5 crore value should be there. Okay. Then third point will be futures delta. As I said that whenever there is a buying coming in the option, the future should also show buy. Future should also show buy. So we are looking here positive 1,000 delta. What we are looking at positive 1,000 delta minimum. So let us see here. So what time was this? This was 13:15. So let us see this. Do you see this 13:15 has more than 1,000 delta? Let me zoom in or let me enable the time statistics. See more than. I hope it is visible. If it is not visible, let me tell you it's 1,245. 1,245. So more than 1,000 delta. Okay, so currently it has met our majority of the criteria. Okay, this is what we are looking at. 1000 delta minimum in the futures. It tells you that there is a buying in the future. Also, we are looking at the options data where the buying value should be really big. Okay, it should be 50 crores in the buy side. Selling should be 25 to 30 crores at least. Okay, and then we are going to scalp based on this data. Okay, we are going to scalp based on this data. As we can see, the data is also distributed. Okay, not just one single strike have big number, multiple strikes have big. So here you will do a scalp. Okay, what would be the how will you scalp? Obviously, 1:1. The strategy here is a 1:1 ratio. Okay, as I mentioned here, that the target here can be 100 to 150 points. Okay, maximum 150 points. You can go up to 200 as well, but I prefer because a 1 minute data. We prefer the 150 maximum. Scalping ratio is again 1:1. So the risk is 1, reward is also 1. Okay, but I will tell you some other things as well where you can exit trade early, because in scalping what happens is it could be a trap as well, but you will come to know. We will discuss about it. Okay, so we are targeting here 1:1. Let us see what happens. So after looking at this data, we immediately we came to know, okay, you can make an alert or something 1000 delta, and here also you can add some alerts. You can similar just click here and you can add 50 crore or something. You can just click here and here you can mention value. See? Okay, so whenever the 50 crore reach 50 crore and 30 crore, you will quickly come to know. Okay, obviously you need to spend time on this thing. You need to check the data at the same time because that's scalp strategy. So say suppose you enter the trade. Now you are targeting 92 points. See, you can see from based on the spot data, you can see. Okay, so 92 points is somewhat I'm looking, and you can see the market did went 140, almost around 150 points. Okay, roughly. 150 points, it was roughly 146 or 150. Okay, so obviously this was your success. Okay, now obviously there will be some data as well which tells you that it's not going up, or there can be data which tells you that the exhaustion is coming in coming candles. Those can be understood. Those can be understood. So let us see one more setup. Okay, we will talk about this as well. This does not meet our criteria, but we will talk. Here it meet our criteria, and I will tell you that this is the candle where you will exit us. So this is today only. Okay. Now let us see here. So what is our criteria? When I click on the candle, we want a good data, 5 crore plus 4-5 strikes, 3-4 strikes. You can see it's there. The value of the total buy is 91 crore, big value. The selling is 37 crore, big value. So overall data is also really big. Okay, and you can see at the same time the delta future, the delta in the 1041. So 1041 here. You can see delta is also really big. It's almost 2000. You see, double the delta. Okay, so meeting all our criteria that we are looking. But here we did took a trade. Okay, I'm not saying that we did not took a trade. We did because all our criteria are met. But what happened is the very next candle, most probably you will exit. Okay, the reason for that is because if you look at the data, the next candle, there's still a buying. Okay, that now I will talk about a concept of a divergence, which is a divergence compared to the what happening in the options and what happening in the spot. Okay, so look at here what is happening. The candle is a red candle. This candle is a red candle. But if I click here, you can see there is a buying in the options. There is a buying in the call side. Okay? There is a buying happening in the call side. The market is not going up. So what you will see on the total buy sell aggregator, you will see a call color. Okay, this thing call one is really big. Okay, and there is no selling here. It does not show really big selling or something. So don't you see that the data is actually different? The candle is green. The candle is green, but it shows the total buy sell aggregator shows that there is a buying in the call. So there is a divergence here. There is a divergence here, which tells you that most probably you have to. This may not work. Okay. However, you can still be in the trade for whatever points are there. Okay, you may exit on 1:1, but I am just showing. Okay. Also, there are other ways to look at this data as well. If there's a big exhaustion happening. Example here, there is the exhaustion of more than 500 points. But sometimes what happens is in the future, exhaustion in a 1 minute may not give you a right picture. Okay, so after 3-4 candles, there was a big exhaust. Remember that you will not big divergence. Remember, you will not trade divergence which is less than 500 points. Okay, in a 1 minute. So you can see 645 positive delta. Positive delta 645, but the candle is red. Okay, so this tells you there is a divergence as well. So these are the two signs. Okay, the first sign was here where it shows the buying. What happens is there should be immediate buy. Also, it was a breakout candle. Okay, it's almost around at a day high. You can see it was a breakout candle. So if the market has to go up, there should be buying the next candle immediately, but which did not happen. Okay, there was a very big buying, and the candle actually turned out to be a red candle. So does this did not work here? So you exited with some loss. I'm not saying you did not make it. You exited with some loss. Okay, that will happen in this case. What about here? So here it did not meet our criteria. Okay, you can see there was a really big fall in the candle, and a lot of setups also you can see, but you can see here also it is meeting our criteria, but there was no 1000 delta and 1000 negative delta in the futures. So it's 1156, 1150, you can see no 1000 delta, negative 1000. The next negative 1000 delta came actually in the next candle, which turned out to be a divergence. The market reverse actually from. We are not discussing about this setup, but I'm just telling you that there was a 1000 negative delta, but on the next candle. Okay, this candle, this one in the futures. So that is why it is very important to confirm what is happening in the options and what is happening in the future. Okay, so this does not meet our criteria. Okay, the two setups meet our criteria. This one which exited in a very small loss, and this one we made a profit. Okay, I will also talk about one more setup last Friday. Okay, this one. Now here also there is something interesting to learn. Okay, let me just. Okay. Okay. So this is on the Friday. What happened is on this candle, if I click, you can see more than 5 crore value multiple times, and the overall buying in the call side is 65 crore, and overall selling in the put is 37 crore. Okay. So this meets our criteria. This meets our criteria. There is a buying there is a buying in the there is a 1000 plus delta in the futures as well. Okay, you can see 1053, this also 1053. Okay, so meets our criteria, and then market rallied from here. So we are again targeting 1 to 1. Now see something when the market goes up. This is what I want to talk about. So when the market goes up, the next candle you see buying in the call, buying in the call, selling in the put, and the candle also representing same. Okay, here the next candle has a more call buyers, okay, and support sellers, which is bullishness. Okay, so the next candle also shows the same data. Okay, which tells you that the market will probably go up in this buy setup. Okay, but the buy setup that we discussed, which did not work today. Okay, you see it was a very opposite data. It was the opposite data. The candle was red, and there was a buying in the call side. Okay, now let us see here also what happened here. You can see more call buying. It doesn't matter the value. The value does not matter. The important thing is the candle. You see, the candle is a green candle, and also now it is possible that the candle can be red candle. This candle can be a red candle, and there may be more sellers. That is okay. Then you will wait for 1:1. Then you will wait for 1:1, because it is possible that on the next candle some sellers came. Some sellers came. They should not be really at least 70 to 60% of this. Okay, so whatever buying happened, it should not be opposite. So the call, suppose the call buying was 50 crore, immediately call selling was 40 crore. Then you have to exit. Okay, so we are just looking at to exit early as well. No need to take really big loss. Okay, so here you can see the data is matching. Now what if it was a red candle? If it was a red candle and more selling on the put, it's okay, it's fine. If it is not a big number, it's fine. You will wait for your SL, or unless the data shows something. Okay, then you can see on this candle again some buying came. Okay, so this tells you that the buyers are coming, and here you obviously made a profit. Okay, hope you understand this setup. It was not a really difficult setup. I will just again one more time. I will open this. Take a screenshot. We are looking at a 1 minute time frame. Okay, candle with a 1 minute time frame. 50 crore buying, 25 to 30 crore selling. Okay. If it is a sell, if the market is going down, we will look at 50 crore selling. 50 crore. We will look at a 50 crore selling. With 50 crore buying in the put and 25 to 30 crore selling in the call. Okay, then minimum 3 to 4 strikes should have 5 crore value. It should not be just one or two strikes with big numbers. Future delta is 100 for 1 minute. Target is 100 to 150 points. Okay, 1:1, but the maximum you will target 150. So similarly, the maximum SL is also 150. Keep an eye on exhaustion and divergence. Okay, this is very important. Once you understand this thing, your SLs will be where the setup will not work. You will exit early. Okay, so this is almost a really good. I would say this is one of the good scalping setup I have given, but obviously needs some modification. If you are in the market from long time, you obviously know nothing is 100%. It is all about how you read the data, how you quickly understand, and this also can be modified. Okay, so be open to modify it. Okay, and don't just blindly trade this. Look at this data. Okay, and try to add something. You find out value. You can maybe check the Banknifty futures, the underliers as well. Okay, so yeah. So hope you understand this setup. Now, if you have any queries, you can you can type in the chat box. I will answer all those queries. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining this video.